I had a comment, should you allow women in the SAS? And thinking back to my old time in the SAS, stuck on a hill in a four-man team, and if one of them had been a woman, I never met a queer or anything in the SAS. It would distract the team from the job, but the entertainment would be there, and I'm sure she would be well liked, because three heterosexuals would be going at her 24 hours a day. So I don't think it's a good idea. And there again, she could be good entertainment. I would rather sheep, and let me tell you why. There's a secret little camp called Pontrallis Camp just outside Hereford, and we used to have our ammunition depot there. And I was learning to be a one-man mortar team with a couple of other guys. So we went down in a 10-ton truck and collected ammunition. We filled this 10-ton truck to the gills. The only room was about a 9-inch space on top of the wagon that you could slide on. Fortunately, I took my private car, so I wasn't on the wagon. And on the way back to Hereford with this loaded ammunition truck, a guy from Hereford was taking a girlfriend for a quick bit of nookie on this back road. So he rammed the 10-ton truck full of ammunition and hit her in the fuel tank. Had it exploded, Hereford would have known all about it. But fortunately, he just made a hole in the fuel tank. And we showed him what he hit. I think he felt a bit faint after that. We didn't feel too good either. If that thing had gone off, we'd been all dead anyway. So that was my first experience. We took this 10-ton truck when it was fixed to the ranges, and that's where our SAS guys learned to be a one-man mortar team. So on the ranges around Wales, you got one thing: sheep, lots of sheep. So we fixed up our mortars and taught to fire the mortars. So I'm thinking, I'm going to get some sheep there. Now, the mortar goes high in the air and comes down, whistling down. And the sheep are still grazing there, jumping away at the grass. And as the mortar bomb comes screaming down, they were accustomed to it. They ran at the last minute, and we didn't kill one sheep. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, we should have sheep in the SAS regiment. So when we're attacked by mortars, we know if it's incoming's going to come into the camp. So I'm thinking, I'll get these bastards. So I fired 3 mortar rounds quick. And I tell you what, them sheep avoided every one of them bombs. I was really impressed how we have such clever sheep in Wales. So I shouted to the lads, let's get these sheep. Because if you kill them, we can take them home after gutting them and fill the larder. So the lads thought it was a good idea. So we'll throw about 30 bombs out towards these sheep. And I tell you what, to this day, we never hit one of them bastards. And that's why, not put women in the SAS, but let's have a sheep. I've heard the Welsh farmers put a leg in each welly, and the sheep are useful. I've never seen a sheep shagging, and I can't call Welshman because most of my family are from Wales anyway. So I got Welsh family, Irish family, English family, and Scottish family. So we can only take the piss out of each other. But anyway, that was my first experience of firing mortars at sheep. But in the Oman, we fired it for real. So going back to the Oman, I had set up my mortar position and I had all my shells laid out so I can quickly bring in the mortars as required. I was on the one-man mortar team. There was another lad, Tom the Arm, who was on a 50 caliber machine gun, another guy on a 30 caliber machine gun. So in this position, the boss was on the radio and would shout over to me what coordinates to attack with the mortar. So I've shown pictures of my accommodation before on, I think it was on my last video. So I cleaned the mortar and I was just going to have a sleep because it was afternoon, red hot, 35, 40 degrees. So I thought I'd have a wee sleep in my position. I just got to my bunker, and behind me I heard an AK getting cocked. I turned around, there's an Arab, and he'd got his AK pointing at the rest of the team. So I quickly entered my bunker, and I didn't want to excite the Arab, and I didn't have a round up the spout, so I put my sleeping bag over my Armalite rifle and cocked the rifle and went back out to a position where I could take out this Arab. So the Arab was talking, and the interpreter SAS was talking to the Arab. So I had to weigh up the situation. Many men would have just shot the fucker, simple as that. But I'm not like that. To me, you've got to weigh things up. First of all, Tom the Arm, he was called Tom, and there was a few lads called Tom in the SAS. So as he'd been shot in the arm, everybody called him Tom the Arm. But he recently been shot in the leg, and it confused everybody because we didn't know whether to call him Tom the Arm or Tom the Leg. But anyway, he was in my line of fire. So I went like that, and Tom saw me. So he's trying to move with his injured leg out of his 50 caliber position so I could shoot this cunt. So he's moving around slowly, not to create excitement from the Arab. So my Armalite was well zeroed in, and I could shoot this guy in the eye. I could shoot the rifle out of his hand. So I'm weighing up what to do. Do I fire? Then I'm thinking, we're in a camp in the center of a tribe with about 200 men. If I kill him, he's got to have father, brother, cousins, you name it. They're all inbred and make the tribe pretty angry. So they're busy shouting away at each other, the interpreter and the Arab, and they still got a bead on them. But I wanted to let them know that I've also got my rifle pointing at him, so I didn't put my hand up. I just a couple of good coughs and let him know that he was a dead man the minute he pressed that trigger. And even though he was a bit of a crazy and a very excitable guy, he realized he was going to see Mohammed very quickly if he pulled that trigger. And I think just the cough made a deep impression on him, and he decided to back out of our little camp. So he backed away, and I went to the lads and I said, what was all that about? Because my Arabic wasn't that good. I learned the basics like salam alaikum, malaikum salam, kifalik, alhamdulillah, and stuff like that, praising them. So he wanted a pair of socks. A pair of socks. He was prepared to kill the team for a pair of socks. So this is like green on green, red on red, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to say, incredible what we had to put up with. We organized feeding the tribe. We organized ammunition. We organized uniforms. And we had a sky van used to come to the camp once a week. It was full, and sometimes there was no socks available.